Welcome to the third sample on how to balance chemical equations. Now, note you have H2 and you have H2. From the previous videos, we've learned on how to balance just one item on the right hand side and just one item on the left hand side and one item on the right hand side. Now note, we are just going to introduce invisible one here. So I'm going to say 1, and from this would know that 1 times 1 times 2, it's 2. Here we'll introduce 1 here too. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. So this equation is balanced out. Next one, we have O. This O signifies is a symbol of oxygen in chemistry. So we have O2. On this side, we have just O. Do not forget, I say you can't just come and write 2 here. It's not allowed. So some students might say, oh, let me just put 2 here. No. It's not allowed. It's not done that way. But we can actually introduce something at the front here. So what we'll do here is that I would put 2 here. Now, there's an invisible one here. I wouldn't want to write it again, so you don't get used to always writing the one there. But carry it in your mind. There's an invisible one here. So 1 times 2, 2, right? 2 times 1 is also 2. I'll go again. 1 times 2, 2. You could use your calculator, or 2 times 1 is 2. So this is also balanced. Now here's a little real-time sample for us. We're giving H2 plus O2 on the left hand side, giving us H2O on the right hand side. Now note what we did here. We just what we did here is that we had hydrogen 2 here, just like we had here now, and we also have hydrogen 2 here, the same thing. So this one, the hydrogen here is what? Balanced. But we have 2 oxygen here, one invisible one here, times 2, and here you have invisible one at the front of this place, not here. There's nothing here in between them, but there's a 1 here. So you say 1 times 1 here, down here, invisible one, is 1. So what we need to do is that we need to balance this one, and just as we did here, we introduce 2 here. So I'm just going to write 2 here. So now 1, if I you see the cursor, 1 times 2, there's an invisible one here. 1 times 2 is 2. Now note the hydrogen has changed. There's 2 at the front here, so we say 2 times this 2 is 4. So here we have 4 hydrogen atom, and we have 2 hydrogen atom here. Now let's check the oxygen. There's invisible one here. 1 times 2 is 2. Now recall I said these 2 affect everything here. So we say 2 times invisible one here is 2. So though our oxygen is balanced, our hydrogen is not balanced. We have 4 hydrogen here, and we have just 2 hydrogen here. So how can we make this one to become 4? We note we can't touch here, but we can introduce something here. So what number can we put here that if we multiply by this would arrive at total of 4? You've guessed right, that's 2. Let me take that again. Trying to manage the space. So that's H2. That's 2. And so now I'll say 2 times 2 is 4 hydrogen. 2 times 2 is also 4 hydrogen. Invisible one here, 1 times 2 is 2 oxygen. And this place again, there's an invisible one down here, don't forget. So you say 2 times 1 is 2 oxygen. So this equation is balanced. This might be kind of somehow for some students. I would want you to rewatch this again and again, and click on the link in the description box if you would like to perform specific tasks on this. You win. Just believe.